Seconds, ma'am. Please proceed.
Judge Dado violated Penal Code 134 by leaving a void judgment in effect. Justice McConnell has been obstructing it from being vacated. What I really came here to ask is for the Attorney General of the state of California to investigate these unpunished crimes, because the CJP's unpunished crimes, because it's harming a lot of people across the United States. Will you do that?
Ms. Noonan-Kramer, your time is up. Your question has been put.
At this point, if you'll allow me to interject just for Ms. Kramer's sake, that the Department of Justice is there available if she has some matters she'd like to bring to the attention of my office. We will certainly consider that. We always will, and we always should.
It is truly my privilege to respectfully request this commission to confirm the appointment of my friend, Judge William Dado, to the Court of Appeal. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Justice Weiner. The Commission received a letter from Ms. Sharon Noonan-Kramer with a request to speak for 2 minutes in opposition to this appointment. Ms. Kramer.
Chief Justice, thank you for allowing me to come speak. I'm going to run a little over my 2 minutes. My name is Sharon Kramer, and I live in Escondido. I object to Judge Dado's appointment to the 4th First because of honest services fraud with Judge Pressman, Justice McConnell, Justice Binky, Justice Husband, Justice Iron, Justice Aaron, and several San Diego judges and clerks. I submitted documents, see Exhibit 5, for Judge Pressman's misuse of a void judgment. I have a degree in marketing, and I am a medical journal published author regarding scientific misconduct when setting policies over disabilities caused by water-damaged buildings. I'm one of the people who worked very hard to cause the CJP audit because of court crimes going unpunished. The crime of which Judge Dado is unfortunately involved is this. There's a scientifically void risk assessment model. It's called the Veritox theory. It was penned by toxicologists at Veritox, Inc. What it does, it falsely claims to prove that toxic mold can never reach a level to disable or kill. In 2005, it published a writing. It exposed how the Veritox theory was being mass-marketed into policies by joint unclean hands of the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, a think tank, a U.S. congressman, a medical association, and the owners of Veritox, Inc., who are toxic tort expert defense witnesses for the United States Justice, other government agencies, and insurers. Veritox relies on the fraud remaining in policies to lend undue credibility to their bogus expert testimonies when serving as toxic, when basically cheating toxic mold disabled people in litigation and claims handling practices. In 2005, Veritox and their president, Bruce Kelman, sued me for libel for the words "altered his under oath statements" in the writing. With all due respect, Chief Justice, your courts have spent 12 years harassing me and framing me for libel for those words by the creation and continued usage of void judgments, fraudulent liens, and fraud-concealing remitters. On April 3rd, 2009, in violation of Code of Civil Procedure...
So, Ms. Noonan-Kramer, I'm aware and have read your 45-page letter regarding this opposition, and you've been given 2 minutes, and you're over that now, so I'll give you 30 seconds to state in summary your position as to the confirmation of Judge Dado. 30
Okay.
minutes, ma'am. 30 seconds, ma'am. Please proceed.
Judge Dado violated Penal Code 134 by leaving a void judgment in effect. Justice McConnell has been obstructing it from being vacated. What I really came here to ask is for the Attorney General of the state of California to investigate these unpunished crimes, because the CJP's unpunished crimes, because it's harming a lot of people across the United States. Will you do that?
Ms. Noonan Kramer, your time is up. Your question has been put. We appreciate your letter, and that's the end of your presentation today. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Chief Justice. I hope that you will take my words seriously. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Madam Chief Justice, Senior Presiding Justice, and Mr. Attorney General. My name is Joel Pressman. I'm a friend and colleague. I've had the great opportunity to work with Judge Dado, and I am honored to be here to promote his nomination to the 4th District. I have worked along with Judge Dado after he was appointed in 2003. He came up to Vista, where I was supervising judge. In Vista, as supervising judge, I got to know Bill as a first family law judge, then a civil judge, and he also conducted the drug court. I became familiar with his temperament, his ability, his kindness, and his wisdom. He has an impeccable demeanor, an impeccable generosity of learning and style. Bill took each assignment that we gave him with joy and with enthusiasm. There are a few people as qualified to sit on this esteemed court. The 4th District and the people of the state of California are fortunate to have him. Governor Brown is wise to have appointed him. I am blessed to call Judge Dado my friend and colleague, and I wholeheartedly support his nomination to this court. And Judge Dado, I want to say congratulations, and I'll conclude with these words. I trust that you'll remember: harmless error.
Thank you, Judge Pressman. Wise words. Now invite Judge Dado to come forward to present a statement and to answer any questions that members of the commission may have.
Good morning. I am honored and humbled by much of what we have heard here this morning. I don't believe that there's anything I feel is necessary to add, but I would be happy to answer any questions that members of the commission might have.
Thank you, Madam Chief Justice. Judge Dado, thank you for being before us. I must tell you, this seems to be proceeding far differently from what I'm accustomed to in Washington, D.C. So, I'm happy for you in that sense, and to your wife, Debbie, and your family, I congratulate all of you for the work that you've all done to get Judge Dado where he is, because also having a family, I understand what it takes to get to this point. If you'll allow me to interject just for Ms. Kramer's sake, that the Department of Justice is there available if she has some matters she'd like to bring to the attention of my office. We will certainly consider that. We always will, and we always should. But to the matter at hand, Judge Dato, my sense is that what I took from Mr. Simon is that you have lots of faults. But then when I believe Judge Pressman mentioned that you eat cheap tacos, your stock went up. So at the end of the day, I think Judge Pressman was speaking to us when he talked about harmless error. So I think my questions, Madam Chief Justice, are very few because I suspect we're in the realm of extremely harmless error if we look forward to the opportunity to elevate Judge Dato to the 4th District. So, Judge, I wish you the greatest of luck. I hope you continue to do the things as a justice as you did as a judge to earn you such accolades. And I think at the end of the day, California will be well served if that's the case.
Thank you, Mr. Attorney General.
Presiding
Thank you, Judge Dato. I have no questions. Thank you very much.
Judge Dato, I have a question. I so rarely have an opportunity, but I wanted to ask you that I noticed in your background that not only have you worked for Justice Weiner, but you also worked for Justice DeBriner and Chief Justice Byrd. And I wanted to know how, if at all, those early experiences will shape you as an appellate justice.
Incredibly so. And I was going to, and I will comment on this perhaps in a few minutes in more detail, but it was really my experience as an extern first at the Supreme Court and then as a research attorney that convinced me that, first of all, appellate law, and secondly, the possibility of serving as a judge was something that I wanted to pursue in my career. And although at that point in time, we're talking about late 1970s, early 1980s, it was a long way off. It was something that so energized me, the work at the Supreme Court, that I knew at that point in time that it was something that I wanted to do later in life.
Thank you.